we're programmed to see beauty in only the perfect. Constantly aiming to enhance what we consider our best bits and hide the ones we don't. But as artists, we begin to see the beauty in the imperfect. There's nothing interesting about a perfectly straight line, just as there's nothing interesting in totally smooth skin or perfect, youthful hands. Speaking of hands, let me draw an example of just how beautiful the imperfect really is. So Tara, what did you think of my really cheesy intro?
It was pure cheese, basically, wasn't it? Are you drawing a lump of cheese now?
I should have included a lump of cheese
You
in my
should.
video, shouldn't I? Basically, my point was that it's so easy to sort of look for perfect things to draw, isn't it? Things that are pretty, things that are lovely. But actually, I've always thought that the more battered and old something is, the more interesting it can be to actually draw. Do you find that?
Yeah, it's definitely, it doesn't have to be necessarily old or whatever, but they have to be more interesting. They don't have to be perfect, do they? It's not that perfect, flawless skin thing.
Yeah, I mean, I always find, when you're looking for photo references online to draw people, it's sometimes quite hard to find a really interesting face because, a lot of it's just perfectly youthful skin and false eyelashes and all that, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just that I like the creases and the folds and the lines and the imperfections, it makes something a bit more interesting to draw. And, these hands, I mean, you can see all the little details in the skin. And I've gone in, just in case you wondered, I started with my Lamy Safari pen. You don't get on with yours, do you? I
No.
really like mine. And I'm going in now with I think it's called a platinum pen. Platinum.
Preppy? Is it Preppy? No?
I think it's a platinum carbon pen.
Oh, right.
And it's fine nib, just to mark out these really little tiny details. Just playing, really, letting it dance around and just following the little creases.
So you quite often bring water into these when you do it. You like line and wash. Are you going to do that on here?
The ink I'm using now is permanent ink, so it's not water soluble. And that means those little lines, they'll stay there.
Right.
But the actual first lines I did with the Lamy Safari, they are water soluble. And I'm going to go in again shortly after doing this hatching with some more water soluble pen to get the darker bits, and then I'll do a wash. But first of all, I just want to go in with this. This is a great pen for hatching. It's so fine. And there's a point in this this drawing where I actually thought, do you know what, I could leave it like this and it's it's fine.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're enjoying the process so much, you just almost don't want it to end, do you? So you just carry on. But I quite actually like it at this stage that we're at right now.
Did you wish you'd left it?
I think, yes.
Yeah.
I think I did, actually. I think I kind of preferred it at this point, but
that's what I like about a video or if you photograph things as you go along. Because then you can look back, can't you? And you can see, I should have left it or I shouldn't have done.
Yeah. I think at this stage, I really like it now. And also when I start adding some darks with the Lamy calligraphy pen, which I think I'm about to get out now. Yeah, that's it. So that just makes a bit more depth, I suppose.
I do like the look of that pen, I must admit.
I love this pen. It's got a really broad nib. I'm sure it's called a Lamy calligraphy. I know you hadn't heard of this pen before, but I love it. I love it. And I love doing really quick, sketchy drawings with it because you get such a varied, line, which is great.
Oh, here's the water.
Yeah, here comes the water. And I still like it. I love this for sort of getting the form. But you can see, how those little tiny lines with that carbon pen, they've remained there. So they haven't washed away, which is great.
I think I prefer it with the water on. So it's probably just a matter of taste, isn't it?
I suppose because I liked it as it was. It could have been either or, really. But I'm going in a bit of real time here because obviously I've been doing a time-lapse video. So just to give everyone an idea of how long I am spending, because it's easy to look at a video, isn't it, and thinking, wow, they can do this so quickly and I can't. And it's actually quite a slow process.
How long do you think this took you to draw all together?
Probably about 35 minutes, I guess. But yeah, so have a go. Find something battered and old and have fun with it.
They could pick one of those, couldn't they?
Yeah, feel free. Why not check out our previous videos and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss your Art Kick Sunday. Meanwhile, you can check out our podcast and find the creative challenges we have coming up at www.kickinthecreatives.com. Back soon.